Talk about take paradise and put up a parking lot. This is just horrible. At night, these tents were backlit, and it looked almost romantic with the rushing waters, and there's rubbish everywhere. This is about 1,800, and tonight it'll be about 2,800. I've got high hopes for Tibet because they say the grass is always greener on the other side, and I find it hard to believe it could be as horrible as this. And I can see Tibet in the distance through the mist, and it looks lovely. It looks, I can't see one piece of rubbish in the trees, so I think it'll be beautiful. Tonight, maybe even have a shower. When I travel into Tibet, obviously it's being filmed, and that's all illegal. It's interesting that it's described not as the Tibetan border, but as the Chinese border. The people who man the border are Chinese. So I would absolutely be turned back if there was any suspicion at all that I was filming anything while I was in there. Such is the lack of freedom. Well, I'm in Tibet. I've just crossed through the border down here. This is where I stayed last night, in this sort of shanty border town. They scanned my eyes to make sure that I didn't have SARS. I'm 36.2 degrees in my eyes. It was the first time I ever knew that. You have to be aware that freedom is very limited in Tibet. The locals, though the few that can speak English, will certainly not speak about the political situation there, because since 1950 there has been a systematic culling in process. So in many areas the Chinese outnumber the Tibetans 7-1.
From the border, the climb begins. First stop, the one-street town of Nylon.
These are all good luck things, are they?
Yes.
Safe travel. Good roads.
It's a journey of only 30 kilometres, but surprisingly, it takes me 2.5 hours.
This is Nylon, my first stop in Tibet. Translated from Tibetan, that means gateway to hell, or devil's sphincter. This is my first experience too of the yak, and altitude. It's about 3,750 metres. You can just tell the difference with the breathing. I had a bit of a headache, but I've taken some pills for that. I think, to be honest, this could be the end of the jandals because it is very cold here. So my aspirations to be the first person to wear jandals to base camp could have to go out the window. I will show you what it means to have the oxygen which is available to you at 3,750 metres. Did you hear the jangles? Normally, actually I've got a bit of a headache just as a result of doing that. You have to be, I'm a bit giddy. You have to be very careful, particularly when you've only just arrived. They advise you to sort of do exactly the opposite to what I've just done. The air is quite thin here. So I'm going to acclimatise here for a couple of days. You can hear that, I mean, if I didn't have the physique of a magnificent athlete, I'd be in real trouble now. Rang in Yi K Shingi Yo Boy. Oh no, never mind. Well, that's the Tibetan phrase put away for the trip. How much are these? Yes? Thank you very much. I'm actually freezing cold here, but to keep me warm, I will be able to feast on a chicken's claw. Or not, as the case may be. I'm thinking this could be a tip for a waiter at the hotel or something like that. Excuse me, would you like a chicken's foot? Yes?
Nice.
Oh, delicacy. Thank you very much. You can have the chicken's foot. Yes, I thought it was horrible. There's a strange relief when one gives away one's chicken's foot. I feel very happy now.
The Tibetan currency is no longer used. It's been replaced by the Chinese yuan. In gastronomic terms, a full cooked breakfast has been costing me about 75 New Zealand cents. Throughout Tibet's history, religious retreats have played an important role. Prophet Milarepa burrowed in here centuries ago.
And he chose this place.
Yeah. Previously, he was a black magician and a sort of criminal also. But later on, he met with Marpa and he transformed him.
So into a nice holy man,
yeah,
really.
And after that, he meditated and got enlightened also. He was very influential at his time.
It's hard to imagine that someone would live for 3 years in here.
The main statue in the middle is of Tsongkhapa.
Yes.
He was the founder of Gelugpa order, Gelugpa sect. Dalai Lama also belongs to Gelugpa sect.
Yes. So would the Dalai Lama have ever been here?
He must have been here because the present Dalai Lama went to India through this way.
Ah, so he would have passed through this road.
Yeah. I've heard that people who meditate, if they come here, they feel a certain kind of presence of Milarepa,
yes,
certain energy field.
It seems unreasonable that anyone should be this excited about a shower. It's only been 3 days, but oof, dirt everywhere. And down here somewhere, I've been told there is a shower shop. Got all my beautifully laundered clothes. Hello, I would like a shower. Turns out this is a cinema, a laundry and a shower shop. How much money for the shower? For a shower, yes. 15? 15. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. I'm so excited. Oh, that is so nice. That was fantastic. I don't know how long it'll last. Can I sit here? Have you seen this one before? Ah. This is the one where the air hostess... No, it's not that one. I'm leaving Nilam now. I've got to say, filthy conditions with strangers. Look at this, the rules and regulations for guests. It's always amused me that the worst quality accommodation always has the most rules. Number 5, strictly forbidden to take bomb and explosive things and any rotten things, including dogs, into the room. I was tempted to bring a rotten dog into the room last night, but thought better of it as a result of the rules.